Hey guys, just want to show you how to clean up these Hayward Millivolt pool heaters. These things, they sit outside all winter. They rarely get covered. Even if you cover it, it doesn't really matter. There's just so much corrosion on these things. I pulled out the flame sensors. You take a look at this guy. I just started cleaning up the terminals here. And what you can do for that is there's two things you can use to make your job easier. One is go pick up some emery cloth. Make sure you're not using too rough a sandpaper because you don't want to nick or burr the metal too much. The other thing you can do is, well, not other thing, what you should do is get a Dremel and get one of these diamond tips. You can pick up these tips from Harbor Freight. Here's the container. They sell them just in the aisle where they have all of the different assorted sandpaper. And there's all different tips. And what's cool about these things is, if you can clean up the terminals on these things rather easy by hand with sandpaper. But to get into these areas here where the terminals are, there's no way to actually put a piece of sandpaper in there. So if you take your Dremel, I'm going to do this one-handed because I'm actually filming right now. You turn it on, and obviously you'll be holding it, but you could clean out the inside of those things very easily. And if you do that to all of your sensors and all of your wiring, you shouldn't have any problems with it firing. I mean, you could look at how many millivolts I'm getting. I'm over 500 now. I just changed the pilot generator down there, which I showed you guys how to do in a previous video. And you want to get over 500 for firing this thing properly, because any corrosion you have through the system is going to act as impedance. It's going to impede that voltage. So yesterday I had 451 max on the old pilot generator, and you can take a look at this thing here and see how how old and corroded it is. And I picked this up from eBay, Amazon, probably about 160 bucks for the whole thing. Yes, it's overpriced. All the old pool stuff tends to be. There's the pilot generator right here. This is your pilot. This is your gas tube. And even this thing was crimped. I don't know what the previous owner had done with this heater, but this was crimped, so it was probably impeding the gas flow. You can see when I put it back in, I put in a nice smooth radius curve on this thing here, so there's no crimps. And I just turned it on, it fired up. Still a little finicky in areas, so I'm going through all the sensors and cleaning those up. I'm pretty sure that's where the problem is. I did jump this out in a previous video. I showed you guys how to use alligator clips just to jump them out, just to connect them together, so this way you can isolate the sensors. So this flame sensor here was finicky. I pulled them out and I found a bunch of cobwebs in here. I stuck my air compressor in here, I blew it out. A whole bunch of crap came out from the bottom. You can see there's all this dust under here. So don't scrap these things. They have, these are good heaters. The millivolt's been deprecated by the, a lot of the manufacturing industry and stuff. But, if you clean it up and everything and save yourself some time, usually these sensors don't go out. You save yourself some money. Just clean them up first. You can test them. I showed you a little bit on how to do that with open and continuity shorting on the meter. You can do that as well. Meter went down to 001 just because the terminals fell off. That has, it's still up there, 542. So that's a nice, good, strong millivolt reading to open up the gas valve. And again, clean up the sensors. If you have any questions, you want anything, let me know. I've been troubleshooting these things for probably 10 years now, so I've become somewhat of an expert in them. I got to change this down here. You see this is leaking, one of the water jacket, the water exchangers. But no, otherwise this thing, this old guy is still working, 14 years old, still going, keeping the pool warm, 90 degrees.